Zach, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, as has been stated.
Yeah.
This is tangentially related to video games, I guess, because it's Mario.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Went to the flea market. Hello and welcome to the Nintendoish podcast, by the way.
Yeah, I'll go after. Yeah, intro first.
No, that is the intro.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay.
Go, shoot.
So I am somewhat familiar with Mario plushes. Mm-hmm. Just I have a general knowledge about them, the different sets and all that. And I was lucky enough to stumble upon a very good condition, black-eyed Kelly toy Mario at a flea market.
He's 90% sure that it is.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that it's real, but I'm like 99% sure it's real.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it had to have come from an arcade.
It's in very good condition.
Yeah. Like, I walk by and I look at it and I'm just like, is that fucking Kelly toy Mario? And then I walk by and the lady's like, you looking at Mario? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I could tell you're staring straight at it. And then I walk off to look at the...
eyeing it up.
Yeah. I looked up a picture of it just to double check.
Yeah. Gotta make sure it's real.
And then I went back and I'm like, I came back from Mario and she's like, I knew you would. I'm like, for $4, I'll take the chance of it not being real.
Yeah, at that point it's like, it doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah, those plushes are fairly common, but like, you know how the market for video game paraphernalia is.
Yeah, especially like the
old
not
plushes.
off-brand, but like the...
Yeah, the ones that look weird.
Yeah.
God help
like the
you
Wario one
if you want like if you want any of the Mario Party 5 line, those are very expensive.
Really?
Yeah, because they look good.
I gotcha.
And they made plushes for Mario 64.
Really?
Yeah. Insanely expensive, some of them. Like the Goomba.
They have a plush of the Goomba?
Yeah, the Mario 64 Goomba.
That's
with that
ridiculous.
Very ovoid shape. And they made King Babam.
Really?
He's fucking expensive.
I didn't even know there was a King Babam.
Yeah, and they made a metal Mario, and that's the most expensive one.
Yeah.
Because what they used to do for like metallic plushes, they put like this bullshit shiny vinyl on it.
Yeah.
It peels like all hell.
So to find one in good condition is...
A miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made one, you know, Gamma, Sonic Adventure fame.
Yeah.
They made a plush of him way back.
Mm-hmm.
Super rare, super expensive, made of that bullshit vinyl and all the robot-y metal parts.
Yeah.
Luckily, they made another Gamma not too long ago.
Okay.
This company, I can't remember its name, but they made a bunch of obscure Sonic characters as plushes, just, you know, for fans.
Yeah.
They made fucking Mephiles. Everybody.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because people will buy them.
I mean,
Like,
I guess
obscure
so.
characters. Yeah, obscure characters who got plushes years ago go for insane money. Like, you know the evil Yoshi from Mario RPG? Boshi?
Boshi.
He got a plush.
When?
During the Mario Party RPG set.
Oh my
Another
God.
incredibly rare one.
I mean, I might remember seeing that. I'm gonna look that up because that's...
Look up the set image. Mario Party RPG plush set image. Jerry, can you put that up on the screen?
No.
Oh, you're Jerry. If you look that up, I gotta grab a water. It's fucking...
Yeah.
It's sweltering in here.
But
I don't know if the heat comes across on camera.
Mario Party... What is it? Mario Party...
RPG. Mario RPG, not a Party RPG.
You said Mario Party.
Oh, I probably did, yeah.
Yeah. Mario RPG plush set?
Image. Set image.
What am I doing? Plush... I can't. My brain is not working. What the fuck is this? It's Kako. Croco? Jesus. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yes, there.
Where? Where? Oh, Boshi. The blue one. Right. You know, I might throw a picture up on the screen for the viewers.
Those
listeners.
pictures, they were made for arcades, for claw machines, only in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And those pictures even are incredibly rare because they're just from like trade magazines.
Yeah, this is the one I always see, the Mario All-Stars collection.
Yeah.
That's the one I always see.
Yeah, but that set image of the Mario RPG ones, that was only tracked down a couple years ago.
Really?
That Mallow plush was
crazy.
only seen for sale twice ever. That's how rare it is. Maybe there's been more since. I don't know. I've been out of the plush game for a while.
Yeah.
But he'd only been seen for sale twice, and people weren't sure if he was even fucking real. Like, they thought he was, like, a fan, like an Etsy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
But he's real, man. And if you have one...
That's crazy.
Yeah, God help you. Or God did help you if you have one. Yeah, he helped you out a lot. But, like, there were rumors... There were rumors of Gino.
Is Gino not?
Nope. Oh. They decided to make Boshi.
Yeah, right.
Which, like,
and
what
like
the
a
fuck?
random... It looks like a random enemy as well.
It's a star and a mushroom.
Yeah, there's a star, there's a mushroom. No, there's a guy with a spear.
Oh, show it to me again.
There's also Kirby in the background.
Oh, those are from a different plush set.
Oh.
It's the full image is a bunch of different ones, and those guys made Kirby. I think that was Takara that made those. The history of this shit is insane.
I'm saving that image in case
I
decided to get fancy with this episode.
The great YouTuber, I'm not sure if he's retired or not. He hasn't uploaded in a while. The great YouTuber Pat Mac. Never heard of him?
Never.
He has tons of videos about these old, obscure Mario, Sonic plush sets. They're fascinating.
Yeah. It's cool to look at.
L Supersonic Q, another great channel. He does like lost media stuff now, but he used to have stuff on those plushes too, I think. Or those plushes were lost media.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, like that picture. Only found a couple years ago.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, you should
like
really...
With something with Mario.
Yeah, it's so obscure.
Yeah.
You should look into plush history if you've got the time. It's crazy stuff, especially Sonic plushes. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
If you want a Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic.
Which actually is a decent segue because...
Into our actual topic. We went on a bit of a tangent there.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's a podcast.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. We should do a full episode about that.
I would not have much to say on it.
Yeah, it would be like me giving a history lesson. You're right. It wouldn't be much of a discussion.
But
it's like me going, here's this one from this year, and you're like, yeah, that's cool. I like that one.
Yeah, that looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, like what are you gonna say?
But I saw. I really want to play Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 because I
get a Dreamcast.
Well,
or you.
But
can,
it is
actually. I'll wait
Steam.
for you to finish.
It's on Steam. Which again leads us into the main topic. I got a Steam Deck.
Get it on Steam and download a Dreamcast conversion mod.
Yeah?
That's what I would recommend. They have mods that make it like the Dreamcast version.
I didn't know that.
There's a lot of differences. It's really weird.
Well, the thing about
it's a great video that goes over the... well, the video's only about SA1. By Cybershow.
I saw...
Check that out.
I remember that they were on Steam, so when I got my Steam Deck, I was like, I should get them. But apparently Sonic Adventure 1 is, according to Steam, not compatible with the Steam Deck. Which just means, like, you know, controls will be messed up and a few other things. You'll see. I brought it here with me so Zach can get, you know, a first impression. But right now he's paying attention to something that's going outside.
Fucking idiots in my neighborhood. Today at the flea market, some guy, he had a bunch of street signs, which I don't know where the fuck he got them, you know? But he had a speed limit 10 sign, and I really wanted to buy it.
For how much?
I don't know. Probably was cheap, but I wanted to buy it and hang it up in my neighborhood. Yeah, price is right on there.
And just put it on there.
Yeah, I've thought about it, dude. People speed through here. There's a bunch of kids. It makes me fucking angry.
Yeah,
like a 90-year-old. Like a 90-year-old, I yell, "Slow the fuck down!" Okay. Side note. This isn't related, but it's really funny. Remember when that escaped convict was on the loose?
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah. Someone thought they spotted him in my neighborhood.
Really?
Down that road.
They spotted him. They did spot him right near my work.
Yeah. Maybe he actually did see him. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was out walking my dog. May he rest in peace. And a fucking car speeds by me. And I'm like, slow down, you fucking idiot. What the hell are you doing? Slow down.
Maybe that was him.
And then the car stops at the end of the neighborhood and the red and blue lights turn on. I'm like, never mind, Clifford, let's go.
I think I do remember you telling me
that.
That's funny.
Yeah, and then another cop car came and I'm like, oh shit, they thought they spotted him. But, yeah.
But,
I didn't actually turn around. I kept walking with my dog because I wanted to see if they'd catch him. Like, dude, if I got that on video, I was the only one there. I send that in the fucking CNN. I'd be looking at a cool 20 grand minimum for a scoop like that.
You think so?
For exclusive footage?
I guess so.
Exclusive?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't talk today. Dude, maybe your dad's right about me having a lisp. It's been a little bit since we've done one.
It's been a little bit.
But if I had an exclusive scoop like that,
an
escaped convict getting bagged,
you'd probably get a bit.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just get it right in the dude's face and the cop's like, get the fuck fuck out of here. Like, dude, I'm getting this on camera. This is my money right here, bro.
That's funny.
Be like a night crawler.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, great movie.
All right. So,
Jake Gyllenhaal.
like I said,
Fucking love
I
that
brought
guy.
it here. We're gonna get Zach's first impressions of this thing.
Yeah, I went to go open it when he got here, but I'm like, let me have my first impression on camera. So
Yeah, you said that.
this will be the first
I
time.
saw them.
Yeah. This will be my
Dude,
first
it is
time
so
seeing
much
one.
bigger than a Switch.
It looks like it.
It is like
I thought you had like a clarinet case or something. What the fuck is that?
It's
Holy shit.
big as hell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's got 4 buttons on the back. You can turn it on. You can
Power button.
power.
It does
should
have
be
a power button.
Good to know. It should be fully charged. I have a Steam startup movie.
That's neat.
It's cool actually. I have the Hades
You're
one.
playing Psychonauts?
I was currently playing Psychonauts. So here's the thing. I've been playing a few games on it.
What are
I
these?
played.
Oh, go ahead.
I played Hollow Knight just to get a feel for the actual like how it plays and everything, because I've played that game for hours among hours. I played a little the first level of Hi-Fi Rush. Game is sick. I opened Baldur's Gate 3 and I am excited to play that at some point. But a huge, God.
Yeah, rough one today.
Yeah, apparently.
That heat.
A huge reason that I got the Steam Deck was to play Psychonauts, because I don't like playing on a computer. I'm used to normal controls and everything. So to have a Switch-like form factor of the Steam Deck, I thought was really good. And,
Form factor. Listen to these big words.
But
let me turn it off actually.
yeah, you're
Keep your
good.
battery in here. So
The battery lasts actually. I have found, it lasts quite a bit.
oh, that's nice.
Um,
I was about to
yeah.
ask what the fuck these big square buttons are, but they're trackpads.
yeah.
That's cool.
So
Let me just
the
keep
left
looking
one
at it.
doesn't really. It can be used as a trackpad, but by default, it's a second D-pad.
Oh, cool.
Well, just because
Yeah,
like,
that first D-pad is in a very
it's very high.
peculiar location. The stick right next to the button is a little weird too. But I guess you can just map the ones on the
Yeah.
back. Those are kind of hard to press. I don't know if I really like the
Well,
feel of
so
that.
how are you pressing them? Are you pressing them like on the side, or are you just pushing up?
I don't know.
Because I thought the same thing at first, and then I realized like I was literally pushing them the wrong way. Because naturally I wanted to like squeeze my hand in, you know what I mean? It's just push up, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I think I see what you mean.
But yeah, so to have, that kind of form factor that I'm used to with the Switch, and like any game, like any Xbox or PlayStation game that I kind of want to play is most likely going to be on Steam. So
True.
I just,
Name one Xbox exclusive. Impossible question.
well, yeah, I don't really know. Well, because they share everything on computer. Maybe
Yeah.
not on Steam, but they have Xbox.
There's never going to be
Game Pass or
another
whatever.
Xbox. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Well, probably you didn't hear it here first because it's
Actually,
so obvious.
we already, it's in an episode.
Yeah, I know.
I believe
I
it's
think we did a whole episode.
uploaded it.
Me ranting about this. I'm gonna repeat myself so much over the course
I mean,
of
it
doing
happens. Everyone does.
these. There'll never be another Xbox, he said for the
Yeah, right.
19th time. The Xbox Series 2 is coming out.
Here, slide it over. So one thing that it's actually really cool because it is very much just a smaller computer, because you can put it into desktop mode.
It begs the question why one wouldn't just go buy a computer.
Because again, all I have is a laptop,
Yeah, true.
and it doesn't run games all that well. I'm gonna close.
Mine can barely handle Minecraft.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about my old laptop and that ordeal?
No.
It could barely run Minecraft, and during the summer I had a pretty bad Minecraft addiction. I think this was the summer of 10th grade, and I played Minecraft all day,
Yeah.
and my computer would overheat so bad from trying to run Minecraft.
This runs hot.
It burned all my fingerprints off.
Lies.
Not permanently, right, but my fingers, the tips of my fingers were singed from playing it so much. And the paint the fucking paint on the keys, it's smeared because it got so hot. So my A key is a big smear on it now. My old laptop, anyway. I don't use that piece of shit anymore. Because I played Minecraft so much, the battery got destroyed.
Wow.
Yeah. And I had to keep it plugged in for it to work. Mm-hmm. So I had to plug it in class every day. And then fucking Mr. Custer had something to say every single time. I had to get up and plug it in. And I'm like, dude, I have to plug it in for it to work. And he's like, I don't care. Fucking hated that guy.
I just don't
Fuck
care.
Mr. Custer for real. No one knows who that is. But fuck him. He's such a twink, dude.
Whoa.
He's fucking...
Can I allow that?
Yeah, that's fine.
You sure?
It's not usually derogatory.
Alright, I hope not.
Well, it's reclaimed. But he's such a fucking twink, pussy, bitch. And I don't like using that word. I don't use that word often. I don't like saying pussy, but he is, dude. He is so bad.
Out of all the things we say.
Yeah, that's the one word I really don't like saying.
Like
I don't like that word. I rarely use it. Only in fucking extreme circumstances. Which that guy is. The first day of class, dude.
I liked him. Me and
yeah.
my one friend had him in the same class. I was actually.
Yeah, that's why you like him.
Whoa! I'm sure.
Edit that out.
I don't know if I can
that
make
might be
that
a little
one
far.
slide. But anyway, I do want to talk about
the first day of
Psychonauts.
class. He gave a bio about himself, and he's like, "This is my wife. I don't want her to have to work. I want her to stay at home and raise our kids."
Good for him.
I'd like to hear what his wife has to say about it. And you're on a teacher's salary, a public school teacher's salary. You want your wife to not have to work?
Angry.
Pick another line of fucking job, you prick.
Jesus.
Dude, I hated that guy so much.
I don't know why.
I just explained why.
Stick up your ass. No, like I said, I do want to talk about Psychonauts because on the Steam Deck,
dope game.
It does not work. By default, literally, by default, it just doesn't work. And this is like a known issue among people that have gotten Psychonauts on the Steam Deck. The camera just keeps spinning constantly.
How many people is that?
A good few, actually.
15?
I looked it up, and I found the answer on Reddit, actually, so Reddit is good for something.
Okay, well, take the answer with a grain of salt then.
No, because I did it, and it worked.
Oh.
100%.
Oh, the fix worked.
The fix worked.
I thought you meant how many people played it on Steam Deck.
Well, there were a lot of people, asking about it and everything.
How many of those did they sell again?
I have no idea. I'll look it up real quick.
I don't like the whole, other companies make them thing.
Why?
It's dumb.
Well, they make their own kind of... So,
it's like the
Steam Deck
3DO.
is purposely meant to run, Steam, obviously, and other versions of it are more meant to run, Windows and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
A Steam Deck, like I said, is essentially a mini computer, a mini handheld computer.
Yeah.
But it is and isn't meant to be that, if you kind of get what I mean. It's like it being a full computer is kind of like a, not hidden thing, but it's not exactly what you're supposed to use it as. It's meant to run Steam games. Real quick, I can't find the numbers right now, and I don't really care. Hold on.
It sold less than the Switch 2 pre-orders.
According to analysis data, Steam Deck has sold approximately, we'll call it approximately 4 million units in 3 years. This is why Switch 2 really has nothing to worry about. So, yeah.
Says who? Harmon Smith.
Well, so we were talking about this episode beforehand, and I was like, is the Steam Deck the Switch 2 killer?
Answer,
because
no.
Because I got a Steam Deck rather than a Switch 2. Mainly because I wasn't able to get a pre-order, and I was a little salty. But also I wanted to play Steam games in a better way. Anyway, Psychonauts. Yeah, by default, it does not work. And the fix for it, which some people have had issues with, and I do want to say this, even though no one's going to hear it.
Yeah.
Tell people how to fix it.
No one's ever going to listen to this shitty podcast.
They will when they're going through your record for president.
Yeah, my political science major. Yeah.
So you go to the game where it says play, and then you go to the settings, go to properties, then for compatibility.
Oh my god.
It's real quick.
This is like playing Xbox games on an Xbox 360.
It's really not that hard.
Oh, okay. That's good.
You go to force use a specific Steam Play compatibility tool.
Oh my god.
And then download the Proton 6.3-8.
I just think it's
and
such
then
a...
it'll take like 2 minutes, not even, and it completely fixed the game. You might have to remap some buttons, but overall, it's fine.
I think it's such a strange concept. Like, Steam is a sales platform, so them having their own console just seems peculiar. It's like if Amazon,
Well,
made
because it's made by Valve,
whatever.
and Valve used to make games.
Yeah, when's the last time they made a game? Look that up.
What? Well, they have
Half-Life
Alex.
Yeah. Portal 2.5. Just make a fucking game.
What is it?
What are they even doing? They update Steam every other day,
yeah.
which I guess they're keeping busy. But how many people you need for that, Gabe? Actually, a really cool guy. Remember
I'm just looking up what is the latest
Steam or Valve game? Steam
Valve
game.
game.
What is the latest Steam game? Yeah, but dude, I think I remember I told you when Gabe Newell dies, that's the nail in the fucking coffin for video games.
list of Valve games.
Some fucking Saudi Arabian company is gonna buy Steam and turn it into shit.
It looks like according to Wikipedia,
Take that with a grain of salt too.
Portal's still alive.
Oh, is that some mobile thing?
What? Ported the original Portal with 14 bonus levels, developed by We Create Stuff and ported as an Xbox Live Arcade exclusive. This was 2010 and 2019. They did
What are they counting re-releases?
Aperture Hand Lab.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Non-canon Portal spin-off
Yeah,
developed by...
that came out not too long ago. Or it might not even come out yet.
It was in 2019.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Half-Life Alex was before 2019? Jesus Christ.
I've never... It's a virtual reality experience. I'd never...
Oh, that doesn't even count as a video game, then.
What are you talking about?
I hate VR.
Games published?
Have you ever seen this documentary called Sword Art Online?
Oh my god.
Give it time, dude.
Counter-Strike 2? What?
They made Counter-Strike? That's cool.
I don't know if that's... I don't know about that one. Did they? Am I an idiot? Let's see. Let's look up Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike developed Valve Corporation. Wow.
What year?
Hidden Path Entertainment and Valve Corporation.
Like fucking 2005 or something.
It is the fourth game in the Counter-Strike series, developed for over 2 years.
Counter-Strike 2 is worth one?
No, talking about specifically Global Offensive.
Oh, right, okay. A lot of those shooter series
Global
get
Offensive
fucking
was
weird with
released
their numbering
for
and shit.
OS X, PlayStation 3, Windows, and Xbox 360 in August 2012, and for Linux in 2014. You said
People make games for Linux?
back in 2012 they did.
Yeah, but anyway, back to the Steam Deck. Steam is a sales platform.
Really nice, actually.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing. But like, you know, I've big thing. I have two laptops, right?
Yeah.
One that I just use for shit at home, and one I use for school.
Mm-hmm.
And one's Windows and the other's a Mac.
Yeah.
And when I buy games on Steam, sometimes I have to buy them for the other laptop. You know what I mean? Because they only run on Windows.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering how that works with this.
What do you... I'm not 100% sure what you mean.
So like
So you have to sign into to a Steam account
yeah,
to play.
already
So
a problem. You need an account to play.
it's well, yeah, but I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Doesn't make it good. So it's like,
But
is Steam Deck what's its fucking operating system? Its own thing? It's not Mac. It's not.
I don't know actually.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm wondering how compatibility works.
Compatibility with what? What do you like?
Games.
I don't know what you mean.
You just said Psychonauts doesn't work.
It doesn't work when you download it normally, but if you download, something that is available on Steam, then it works fine. You know what I mean?
So every Steam game works.
Every Valve-made game, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Every Valve made game.
Plus any that are any normal game.
That's Steam Deck compatible.
The way Steam organizes games and how they work on the deck is they have a few different categories. They have playable, they have verified, which is everything works fine. It'll show, the controls of the Steam Deck. The normal graphic settings work and all that kind of stuff. There's playable, which is you can play it, but it might have, some issues. Like Psychonauts is normally playable, which means for Psychonauts specifically, this game sometimes shows mouse, keyboard, and non-Steam Deck control icons. Entering some text requires manually invoking the on-screen keyboard. However, all functionality is accessible using the default controller configuration. In-game interface text is legible on Steam Deck, and this game's default graphics configuration performs well on Steam Deck. So it just, it's playable, but it has some iffy kind of things.
Yeah, that's a real negative.
But it's still... Now, again, I just complained about Psychonauts, but there are a few games that are perfectly fine and just, maybe the graphics quality isn't the best for Steam Deck and you might have to adjust them a little bit.
Psychonauts is great sound design. Even just those menu sounds. Great. Yeah. That's a great boot.
This is just the deck.
Oh, well, that has great sound design, too.
Yeah. But like Baldur's Gate 3 is verified, meaning all functionality is accessible when using default controller configuration. This game shows Steam Deck controller icons.
Yeah, but like imagine
interface is
if
legible.
you bought a Switch 2 and then you bought a Switch 2 game and it says, oops, doesn't work.
It tells you how, okay, if I go to the store, I don't have internet.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is just, I don't know, it's just a strange concept to me, this whole thing.
It'll tell you before, when you're on the store page, it'll tell you how compatible it is with the Steam Deck. Now, on Steam, on the computer, every game is obviously playable.
I didn't eat lunch today.
Okay.
Sorry, I just remembered. I forgot to eat lunch.
Yeah, on Steam, on, the normal computer, every game is playable. But with, specifically the controller configuration and, the mouse pads and everything, it gets a little iffy. So, and especially with it being a handheld, not all graphics are going to be suited for
yeah, that's another
the
thing.
Steam Deck. However, Baldur's Gate, apparently, the normal graphic settings are perfectly fine.
How long do you think that new FromSoft game is going to be exclusive to the Switch? There's no...
I think it's forever going to be exclusive. Which might be a foolish thing to say.
I give that a 0% chance of happening.
Well, the thing is
if
that
RE4 got to the PS2, so can that.
Well, I guess so. But they never said that it was a timed exclusive. Now, they might...
Why would they say that?
Later?
Yeah. Why would they come out and say, check out this new timed exclusive? No one would give a fuck.
That's not true. It's a new FromSoft game.
And if I owned an Xbox, I'd say I'm going to wait 6 months instead of buying the Switch 2.
I mean, that's fair. However,
it'd be like, they should have been timed exclusive for 6 years. So you really got to fucking wait. You buy my console, you're fucking waiting.
Yeah. It comes to the next generation.
Yeah.
But for the entirety of Switch 2, it's exclusive.
I wonder, that'd be a good way to get out of a contract.
What?
Exclusive to the Switch 2 and not available on any other existing consoles. So if someone makes a new console, it's not part of the existing consoles under the contract, right? I doubt that's ever happened, but maybe.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be a good loophole.
I don't know
how Capcom got out of the Capcom 5 deal.
What deal?
When they made the GameCube, they were trying to get third-party support.
Right, I do.
So they signed the Capcom 5 deal to get exclusive games like RE4.
Yeah.
Fucking Beautiful Joe.
And 2 of them were canceled, right?
I don't know what the other ones were. But yeah, RE4, that's on PS2. You know what RE5 isn't on? The GameCube. Yeah. Pretty sure anyway it might be, but I don't think so.
But yeah, I've been playing, like I said, I've been playing with it. It's got a touchscreen. It's really nice. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's touchscreen?
Yeah.
Is the Switch a touchscreen?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I don't like touching screens, dude. I fucking hate. I hate touchscreens because it's like, what are you gonna touch? You get fingerprints all over. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I wish
I'm a greasy
Switch...
guy. What can I say? You know?
Nobody knows what you look like, but you do sound like a greasy guy as well.
Oofa, I'm a greasy guy over here.
But yeah, this is literally like twice the size of the Switch.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's massive.
I wash my hands like 8 times a day.
It feels so nice.
My hands get greasy quickly.
Yeah, you gross.
It's just a fucking pain in the ass. Like anytime I accidentally touch a DS screen, I'm like,
I do wish the more screens had a
fingerprint resistant.
No,
I wish that.
Well, I wish the Switch at the very least had the same kind of touchscreen that like the DS and the 3DS had, where so as far as I know, and I'm not an expert on touchscreens, obviously.
Yeah, that's bad out of my
your
wheelhouse.
Phone, right, uses, I think it's like electromagnetic.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I didn't know there were different kinds.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, a 3DS stylus is not going to work on your touchscreen. Obviously, it's not sensing any electromagnetic, whatever the fuck.
Is it like pressure on a DS?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, that's what I assumed.
On all the DS lines, it's pressure, which is why the stylus, which has a plastic tip, works on all of them, and why your thumb works on all of them. You know, you can touch anything to it, and it works because it's pressure rather than electromagnetic, and it's awesome because you can use anything.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Now,
I didn't know that.
It might be foolish because like I'm asking like the Switch should have that. It might come with like a bunch of different problems.
Yeah.
But the 3DS didn't have any problems.
Hey, you want to know a fun fact about touchscreens?
What?
Sometimes I'd be like playing GameCube, right? Mm-hmm. And I'd have my phone screen up just next to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at text. Right? And the fucking wire on the GameCube controller, it activates my touchscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's made out of the same shit. No, or something like that. I don't know.
It's because I think it's because electric is running through it.
Yeah, so
and
like
rather than a plastic stylus.
I'd be playing and the wire would be running over it and it'd be swiping shit. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can probably
really weird.
Use it with the wire to the microphone.
Yeah, let me try. It's not gonna mess with the microphone touching the wire, will it?
No. Honestly,
doesn't work.
No, it's not.
It doesn't work.
No,
I don't know.
It's not.
I don't know.
Well, then maybe I'm a fool.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought styluses had to be made out of a certain material, something like that.
Well, typically,
Not sure.
they're made out of rubber, like a normal stylus for a phone.
I don't know if it's some kind of rubber or if it's just something with the cord.
I
don't know.
Is that my phone comes with a stylus.
Oh, what do you have, an Android or something?
Yeah, I have an Android. Shut up, Zach.
How smug was that laugh? Was it smug enough?
Very.
I have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Well, no, iPhones are so shit.
For the stylus, I have a Note 8, is plastic.
Whoa.
It's plastic.
Yeah.
It's plastic. So I don't, and like I can use it. I don't know. It senses something different between the stylus and my finger, because if I do it with my finger, it just kind of scrolls or whatever, and then I touch and then it writes. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the difference.
That's so fucking cool. That's just great technology.
Because it's an Android.
Yeah. But no, it's always nice just seeing good technology that works and has a purpose.
Yeah, right?
It's like 99% of new technology serves no purpose and doesn't work.
Which is a great topic for, game consoles.
That's why, really.
The PS6 has the PS5 Pro has...
Fucking Xbox Connect.
Slight fucking graphics quality. I don't care.
Yeah, that's why I love
don't want to see
playing old consoles. There's so much cool shit.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've said this in other episodes, but you can take a fucking Pokemon from the GameCube Pokemon games and put it on a GBA. Mm-hmm. How the fuck does that even work? Like...
I saw the other day that there's only one Pokemon that is apparently able to be...
In every Pokeball?
In every Pokemon.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a fucking Dialga.
Is it?
It's the only one you can catch in every single Pokeball.
In every single game.
Oh.
Like throughout all of the games.
That you can catch in every game?
I don't know if you can catch it, but that can be transferred. I'm not sure about the specifics.
There's lots of them that can be transferred in every game.
I
think that can be caught in every game.
Maybe. It might be that.
I know it's not a Pikachu.
Yeah,
You'd think it was.
Because I remember seeing that video and I was like, is it Pikachu?
No.
That feels obvious. And it's some random fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, this got me because for really specific reasons. But you can't catch Pikachu in Black and White or Black and White 2. And that's
Why?
it. Those are the only 2 ones. They didn't put them in there.
Why?
But, like, the only way I don't know.
You put the mascot of the company?
There's pictures of him in the game.
but
so,
he's not there.
It's so strange.
That
But
is really weird.
the only way to get a light ball, which is an item, is by wild Pikachu holding it.
What?
Yeah, so you can't get a light bulb on a cartridge on Black 2 or Black and White. Which is one of the very few items that you can't just get natively.
Interesting.
Very strange.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of obscure items that have very, very esoteric means of acquisition. Like, you can get them, but it's going to be a fucking ordeal. But not a light bulb.
Interesting.
Very, very odd.
But yeah, so I don't like I was saying with the stylus. Going back to that, I don't know what the difference between because I can't use a 3DS pen on this, obviously. So I don't know what the difference between my thumb and this stylus is that it can detect that, and then what the difference between this stylus and a 3DS stylus.
Does Nintendo still sell styluses?
They
for the
so
3DSs?
As far as I remember, for 3DSs,
because those 3DS XLs had nice styluses.
Yeah, I bought a pack of them on Amazon because I lost my original one.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Dude, I bought a
so
pack.
You can buy them.
I bought a pack, this giant box of blank DS cases. Because I wanted to.
Oh my god, dude! So I bought.
Hard to find because they're real.
What?
They're real. They're real DS cases.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of a pain.
So I bought a. I think I've talked about this before on the podcast, but Walmart has really cheap old games that you can get for like $15.
Yeah, they're repros.
Yeah, I bought a copy of Metroid Prime Hunters for the DS. I can't remember.
What did the cartridge look like?
That's what I'm gonna. What I'm gonna get to.
The DS repros are real weird looking.
Yeah, okay. I can't remember if I bought it. I think I bought it off of Amazon. It was either Amazon or Walmart. So I got it. I get it. And I open it, and it's in like a clear small plastic thing, and I can immediately tell from the Nintendo DS logo that it was off. I'm like, this is 100% off. Like the DS letters were way thicker than anything on the DS.
It's so easy to spot bootlegs of things when you're an expert on them.
So I look at the actual, and that was the only thing that I was able to tell at first. And then I take a closer look, and I see that on the side near the top has 2 like indents.
Yeah, those curved indents on the top.
Yeah.
A lot of DS repros are like that.
I turn it around, and you know how like the circuit boards inside the cases are green? This one was red. I was like, what? Like, is this gonna burn my DS? Am I gonna permanently?
I don't think it could fuck up your console like that.
Well, the other thing is that once I turned it around and looked at the little pins, there was an SD card.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just a bootleg.
I had never gotten a bootleg DS game before.
I haven't, but I've seen them.
Yeah. But like I had no idea, and I was like, dude, this is so fucking weird.
You know those like old like NES multi-carts?
Yeah.
Like Action 52 or whatever? That would have like 52 games on them. I always wondered, where the fuck do these even come from?
Yeah.
And like this was years ago. They don't have these anymore, but in the flea market, there are people selling like 52 and 1 DS games. I'm like, oh yeah, that's where they get them. Just bootleggers. There's been a lot of times where I've seen bootleg Legos, and I'm just like, yeah, those are fake, and people are like, how can you even tell? And it's just like, look at it.
Like, yeah.
But like, they don't, people who aren't into that, they just can't tell.
I find that really interesting. You deal with a certain type of media, Legos, video games, even like DVDs and movies and shit. Like, just for someone to be able to have that much knowledge that they can tell immediately that something's off, whereas someone who isn't as familiar with that media just isn't able to tell whatsoever.
Yeah. A big part of Legos is just knowing what they've made. It's like, they've never made Lego FNAF. Like, that's not real.
Yeah, I know that.
Never made a single anime minifig. That's not real.
Yeah.
And that cuts out about 90% of the figs.
That's fair. Yeah. A lot of stuff that they have at this at the Amish market near us.
Yeah.
They have one store that has a lot of
Those fucking bootleg Legos.
Legos, yeah.
Pisses me off.
It pisses you off?
I don't like seeing bootlegs.
I guess that's.
It's not like Mega Bloks, right? Mega Bloks is competition, which is good, but that's just fucking fugazis, you know?
Yeah. But
no good. But okay, this is something about the Switch 2. Have you seen the cartridges? Are they this exact same size as Switch 1 carts?
As far as I know, yeah.
That's fucking weird.
As far as everybody knows.
Because like the 3DS had that little lip.
Notch.
Yeah,
and I think
just so you couldn't put it in the DS.
I think a lot of people expected the Switch 2 to have...
I thought it would have the exact same kind of thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did, but it turns out that it doesn't.
I guess putting it in a Switch 1 isn't going to hurt it. You know?
No, and I think
just tell you this is a Switch 2 game, idiot.
Yeah.
Forwards compatibility. That'd be a fucking concept.
I was just... Oh, they updated the Switch to allow game share and...
Oh, they put that in already?
Virtual game cards.
When does this fucking console come out? June?
5th.
Dude, we gotta prepare.
Yeah. So, this was originally supposed to be about the Steam Deck. We've ventured off.
These fucking people.
But, you know, hopefully you guys can't hear that, but if you can...
Fucking motorcycle. There's this asshole who lives around here. He installed a train horn onto his truck.
That's really funny. So fucked up.
Yeah, every like once or twice a month you'll hear just the loudest honk you've ever heard because some guy at Wawa didn't like go the minute the light turned green. He's a fucking prick.
Train horn.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's really funny.
Yeah, the trains down in the valley. I didn't know this, but they still run down there. But I don't think you could hear the horns.
Yeah, there's a train track.
Yeah.
We're giving off too much information about
I think we've
the area we live, but
how many fucking states? Well, I think every state probably has trains.
A lot of people.
Maybe not Hawaii.
You know, the Redditors and the 4chaners. They're kind of crazy. They'll find.
They took down 4chan, Matt.
Oh, did what?
Well, it came back up.
Yeah.
They fucking doxed all the mods. That's fucking messed up, man.
Dude,
it's a little bit funny, but
they will look at
like
a dark room with one window that you can't even see, just light coming in, with I think that was an actual thing.
Yeah,
like, it was a
Shia LaBeouf shit.
It was a concrete room with just a flag and a window off in the distance that you couldn't see.
Yeah, they got him.
And the light was shining, and they found exactly.
Yeah, you know how they got
the
that?
exact address, and I'm like, how in the holy hell?
Dude, they got the time of day by when the sun was shining.
Well, that I understand.
They got all the angles from how the light was going in.
That I don't.
And then it was like social shit. They're like, okay, we know it's around here. Does Shia LaBeouf know anyone who lives around here?
Dude,
and they found him, and then they found the place so easily. They just went around shining flashlights in the windows until one popped up on the flag.
Yeah,
it's that easy.
I do remember that.
Yeah, those internet historian videos about it.
So fucking creepy.
YouTube deletes a lot of that footage.
It's really cool though.
The whole "he will not divide us" thing. YouTube takes a lot of that down.
Understandably.
Well, there used to be some funny fucking highlight reels of people just acting a fool in front of it, but it's funny.
It's insane.
A lot of that stuff is just offensive, but like they're doing it just to fuck with you. It's funny.
Yeah.
People have meltdowns. I would have loved to have gone.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you put up another one since Trump got reelected. I'd love to go to it. Nintendoish, shout Nintendoish podcast. Oh my God. For all the he will not divide us.
Watch the Nintendoish podcast or listen to it.
That would be great. So
this episode's all over.
I'm trying to get back on track. Is the Steam Deck the Switch 2 killer? No. But why not?
Honestly, it's a great question because I told you with all the controversy.
I'm shocked it sold so well already, even though it's not even out.
Yeah,
that was baffling.
Because, like I said, Do
so many people have such disposable income? There's no games on the fucking thing. What are you gonna do with it? Look at it. The Switch 2.
The Switch 2.
You're gonna play Mario Kart?
Well, it's backwards compatible.
So
I'm gonna be playing all the games that I have on my Switch that I haven't.
Are
played,
there a lot of people...
a lot of the third party? Like I would get Elden Ring. Like
yeah, fair.
I have
all good points actually.
For words.
One thing while you get your words straight.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a lot of people's first Switch. Like they were gonna get a Switch, but they know the Switch 2 is coming out and it's backwards compatible, so they just wait till the new one.
Yeah,
I think that's probably why in a lot of cases. But the pre-orders
my thing is
gangbusters.
So
why would you pre-order a console?
My argument towards that is that if you're thinking about getting a Switch 2, you might already have, Steam games. So with all the controversy with it being more expensive than the base Steam Deck, which the base Steam Deck is $400, which is a lot.
I'd pay $100 more just for a Switch. With Mario Kart.
Yeah, like you probably already have.
How hard is it to
Steam
emulate
games.
on that?
I don't know. You can, like I said, you can switch it.
They're listening. They are listening. Yeah.
No, I genuinely don't know. Because, like I said, you can turn it to.
What the hell is that? What the fuck?
It's a saw.
Some motherfucker is using a table saw right now.
Yeah. It's loud. I hope
that's not coming up.
Moment of silence for the table saw.
That has to be.
You may or may not be able to hear
that. That has to be coming through. That's so loud.
Yeah.
What the?
Is that window I'll cut the music there too, as well.
Play.
Just in case.
Play the Wii Shop music of this. Let me shut that window real quick.
Oh, then it's gonna be so much hotter in here. It's already boiling. But Is it that fuck down? Is that motherfucker? But yeah, with all.
It's my fucking neighbor Steve, and he's cutting his new fucking, what do you call that? Skirting. He's cutting the new skirting for his rooms. You know that, like, shit by the floor? That you put on walls? Yeah, skirting.
Not what I call it.
What is it called?
I can't remember. But it's not,
Is it not skirting?
I never heard it called skirting.
I thought that was what it was called. But anyway.
I mean, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Just look up skirting.
Yeah, wall skirting.
I might get I'll look up wall skirting specifically.
Yeah, don't look up skirting. That's probably like a naughty thing. Actually, do look up skirting. I'd like to know.
You can do that on your own time. Wall skirting.
Is that not another name for that stuff?
It's a thing. It doesn't look like it's what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
It might. Baseboard, that's what it's
called.
Yes,
okay. Yeah, I saw him fucking hauling it all inside, and he's decided to wait till we're recording to cut it all up.
Yeah, I don't know what
Steve's a nice guy, though. He mows his lawn every other day, which is also fucking annoying. That's all he does, this guy, is mow his lawn. Every other day, he's out there. It's embarrassing, frankly. And Fat Bob right next to him, that's all he does, is mow his fucking lawn.
You're so angry.
Why not get a hobby, you know?
You need to keep your lawn looking nice.
So hire some Mexicans to do it.
Zach.
That's what we do. And our lawn doesn't look as good as theirs, but guess what? We don't waste our time on our lawns.
People are going to get mad about that.
Okay, well, around here,
I don't care.
The people who mow lawns are all Mexican or Puerto Rican.
Okay, so getting
Latin
back
in
to
general.
Construction on the Nintendoish podcast.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, skirting is either the stuff that is like rubber that kind of like smooths it out, and baseboard is that shit.
I thought that was just called
baseboard
skirting.
Can also
It's on
be,
me.
You can have like baseboard heating as well as just normal baseboard. That's what you have. You have baseboard heating.
How does baseboard relate to Chibi Robo?
I don't.
It doesn't. Just trying to tie it back into Nintendo.
I mean, you do in Chibi Robo. You do things in a house.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's baseboard heating.
Pikmin 4.
Honestly, do you get a radiator? Oh, in the house. I forgot the last.
Yeah, there you go,
dude. Yeah, I don't know what the heating situation in Chibi Robo is. If it's radiators, forced air heating,
heated floors.
That's
the way to go.
I mean, it might be baseboard heating as well.
Heated floors, I think, is the cheapest way to heat your house.
I disagree with that.
Or most efficient, anyway. Maybe not
most
cheapest.
efficient.
Yeah,
most efficient.
My CAD teacher was talking about that senior year of high school. He's like, putting in heated floors, most efficient way to heat your home. I'm like,
yeah,
cool.
Most efficient. It is really expensive though.
Oh,
I am a little tidbit about me. I am for my actual job, I am an HVAC.
Yeah, we haven't gotten sponsorships yet. I don't know why. When we
HVAC
do, this will be our fucking
plumbing,
job.
So.
Talking about video games for 2 hours a week, breaking in money.
Trust me, I have not revealed this to any of my coworkers, and I do not plan to ever.
And no one at my school knows about this, and they
What are your
won't.
plans for the weekend? I'm recording a podcast about...
They would think you're cool if you said that.
No.
If you,
A bunch of fucking plumbers?
No, leave out the video game part. Say you're recording a plumbing podcast.
No.
They were going to be talking about standpipes.
Today we're going to be talking about how to repair a stack.
You don't
in
work
your
with
house.
standpipes, do you? That's for like fire hydrants, shit like that. Yeah.
No, I don't. I've seen them, but I don't work with them.
I saw one in New York when I went to the Nintendo Switch 2 experience.
Reeling it back in. I like it.
I
Good.
did actually
Thank
see.
God.
I did actually see a standpipe.
Did you? Just like there?
Yeah, I know what standpipes are, but I saw one and it was labeled standpipe. It just,
Well,
had,
there you go.
it just had a thing over it
didn't
that said.
see it before.
It just had a thing over top of it that said standpipe, and I thought that was funny. It's like a name tag.
is kinda
Like,
funny.
oh, standpipe. Yeah, nice to meet you, Stan.
Hello, Stan.
Standpipe. Nice to meet you,
Oh,
Mr.
my
Pipe.
word.
I don't know why that stuck in my head. It just did.
I mean, it's an interesting thing.
Because I was leaning next to it when that
It is a
huge
funny
protest
thing.
was going on. Saw another protest
I do
today.
remember you saying that.
It's coming back.
It doesn't surprise me that you see a bunch of
Retirees.
protests
Yeah.
at like flea markets and stuff.
No, we were coming back from the flea market on the side of the road by the Warhammer store.
Oh, okay.
What is that? That's not Fairfax.
I don't know. Phil would probably know.
Is that Fairfax?
I don't know.
Is it-
I don't
No,
know.
no,
much
that's-
about Warhammer.
Fuck, I can't remember. Anyway.
I can get Warhammer on the Steam Deck though.
Yeah, Warhammer Space Marine. Anyway, actually, this
Ooh.
reminds me.
Helldivers, I can play.
Yeah, the game store by us, which we should go to, honestly. Do we have time?
At the
No, we don't have
Amish
time.
market.
Yeah,
I went there today. He didn't
Oh,
have
really?
anything.
nothing big.
Nothing crazy. Paper Mario for 64, which
Oh.
I considered buying,
Yeah,
but I'd rather just get that on Walmart for 15, as long as it works.
I don't know. I'd pay more for shit that's real, honestly. But then again,
I mean-
I have every N64 game you could ever want, so you know.
True. I mean, like maybe I might.
Pay $200 for fucking Pokemon XD. And it's gonna be
Yeah.
on NSO.
You did dude. I saw a copy of Tomodachi Life there.
Oh, what's
Guess-
that running for now?
Guess, because that's exactly what
50.
higher,
What?
higher,
60.
higher,
No way it's 80.
higher.
You're fucking lying to me.
I'm not. I swear.
No way it's 100.
Higher.
No, I'm checking eBay.
That game.
I'm checking
that
eBay.
Game at that store went for $160.
Bullshit.
I am not lying. I have
When the
multiple people. I have multiple people that can attest to the fact that Tomodachi Life at this store was $160.
Did it have the box?
I will say it was freshly sealed.
Oh, it's sealed?
Well, it was
Okay,
sealed.
never
Okay,
mind. No
listen.
wonder it's expensive. It's brand new.
No. It does seem brand new. However, it was probably like one of the. It wasn't like an original seal plastic wrapping.
You
know
think?
what I mean? It wasn't.
Oh.
It wasn't. It was but it was like, the little bags that you usually get them in,
Oh, okay.
like that just kind of have the.
Was it the
adhesive-
original release or the
I don't fucking know.
No, like you know how they re-release games like Nintendo Selects?
It wasn't Nintendo Select.
Okay, that's why.
It was not.
The original release apparently is expensiver. Did I just say expensiver? More expensive. What the fuck?
Expensiver.
But yeah,
Bro, this
that
table
one.
saw is loud.
Dude, fuck it. I'm going outside. I'm going to talk to Steve.
No.
Steve,
Leave Steve
cut
out.
that shit out, Steve. You fuck.
Steve, stop cutting and join us on
Tell your
on a
sexy
video
ass.
game.
Tell your sexy ass daughter I'd like her to be a guest on this podcast. His daughter is so hot.
Alright.
Edit that out. Edit that out.
No. That's staying in. I have too much work with this one
Fair enough.
already. Now, what were we talking about? Oh.
Bad as a
There was a
motherfucker.
Nintendo Select for
Yeah.
Tomodachi Life?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
I wish
I have the original release.
I wish I still had my copy. Did I tell you why I got rid of it?
because the girl that you liked
Yeah.
at the time.
I think I said this on the podcast already.
you had a child together and you were like,
Yeah.
I got scared.
My best friend
Sold it.
in second grade, I put her into
That's
the
what
game,
it was.
and then we used that grow up serum or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a child together, and I got scared. I sold it to GameStop. That was freaky though.
That's embarrassing.
That's
a
fucking
little
yeah. That's a great
embarrassing.
story though. It's a great childhood
It's very funny.
story. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, it's something that a child would do.
I haven't talked to her. I think since fucking 4th grade.
Oh wow. Whatever happened? Why didn't you try to pursue?
Honestly, we got put in different recesses. You know how that
In
is.
4th grade,
Yeah.
that happens. It's awful.
Like,
did she move? Like, was she in our high
no,
school?
no, she graduated with it. I don't know where she's at now. My mom is still friends with her mom on Facebook, so I guess I can ask her. But just like...
I want you to tell me your name, because I want to look her up in the yearbook, because I'm curious.
I don't know what name it'd be under. She went by Grace, but that wasn't her real name.
Oh?
That's just what everyone called her. It might have been her middle name.
Oh.
Real name was Kimberly, I think, but I don't know. Maybe she got it changed. I don't know what.
No last name. No last name.
Yeah, no last name. But just like every other girl I had a crush on, she turned out to be a lesbian.
Except for the one.
You'd be surprised how bad my record is for that. I got to talk to a therapist about it. Like, why does this keep happening?
What about the one that I know? All right, this is not entertaining for everyone on the podcast that has no idea what we're talking about. Yeah. Back to video games.
Let's not get into her on the fucking
sims.
podcast.
How about that? That's a way to reel it back in.
Dating sims.
Do you play a lot of dating sims?
I've never played a single one.
I don't know.
There's sort of that dating sim side quests in Pokemon Black and White 2.
There are
dating
side quests?
They put everything into that fucking game. They put their heart and their soul into it, and they never made a good Pokemon sense. But I'll save that.
The one with dating was the best.
No, it's like, dude, you pick up it's basically someone's phone. You pick it up, and they're like, "Hey, I'm using a friend's phone. Did you just pick up my phone?" Yeah. And they're like, "Okay, I'll run by and get it." And then you get calls from this person continuously as you go around, and eventually.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, and eventually when you eventually when you get enough calls, because they just happen automatically when you walk in certain areas, and you'll just be walking through them. And like,
casually.
Yeah, when you get enough
call.
when you get enough calls, it's like, oh, let's meet at the Ferris wheel, and you can give it back. And then you give them their phone, but then you also
fireworks go off.
Yeah, you also get their number. And then this is really weird, but they, you know.
What if it was like, I already put your phone number in?
Yeah, they call you at certain points in certain areas, right? But if you fly back to any area, there's like a 1 in 5 chance that you can call them.
Oh.
Which is weird. So
how?
Just using your phone, basically. Okay. You can call people.
I didn't know that. I don't know anything about
like you can.
Specifics.
I know. Black and White 2 is great at this. You can call people and you can be like, "How does this Pokemon evolve?" And they'll tell you exactly how it does. Even
like a hint system?
No, they'll tell you exactly how it evolves.
Well, that still clarifies as a hint system.
I guess so. I never really thought about it like that.
I would.
But like even like these really esoteric evolutions will tell you exactly how.
That's pretty cool.
So you can call them, and if you call them like it's like 20 times or something, they'll be like
just annoy the hell out of them.
They'll be like, "Hey, you want to meet at the Ferris wheel again?" And they'll trade you Pokemon.
Oh.
With hidden abilities.
That's not creepy at all.
No, it's cool. And then every subsequent time you call them,
in universe, that's a little creepy. You call like.
No, it isn't.
Well, who are you calling specifically?
Do you call the people you like on the phone?
Well, okay. I don't know. Are you calling like who are you calling? Are you calling friends or are you just calling like a service? It sounded like you were like you.
I'm talking about the girl.
Oh.
Yeah, you call her and eventually she'll trade you Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Which is really cool.
That is cool. What Pokemon does she have?
Let me look at the list. It actually differs. Like this is the only.
Based on what?
This is the only Pokemon game where your gender impacts the gameplay, basically.
Really?
Because the male and female
will have different.
Yeah, we'll have different Pokemon.
Interesting.
Let me look up the list. A lot of them are just really fucking shitty.
Anyway, well, that's pretty much the hour.
Yeah.
In all honesty.
Yancy is the female one. She can trade you a Meowth, Wobbuffet, Ralts, Shieldon, Rhyhorn, Shellos, Mawile, Spiritomb, which is actually big. It's like it's the easiest way to get Spiritomb. And it's still a fucking rigmarole. Snorlax, Teddiursa, Spinda, and Togepi. All of whom will have their hidden abilities and be holding a rare item.
That's cool.
Yeah. Spinda gets fucking Contrary.
Now, how good are those Pokemon? Like, are any of those actually good within that game?
Meowth, its hidden ability isn't its best one. Wobbuffet's hidden ability is shit. Same with Ralts. Shieldon, you wouldn't want soundproof. Rhyhorn with a Reckless? Like, maybe? I don't know what that turns into when you're at Rhyperior, though. Sandforce Shellos, not its best ability. Sheer Force Mawile is Mawile's best ability by far, but Mawile's just not that good. Infiltrator Spiritomb, you wouldn't want that. You Wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want that. Spindus sucks, but Contrary is really good. Let me look up what the other guy.
With the male version.
Curtis.
Curtis?
Yeah.
Sorry to all the Curtis fans. Or people.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because
it's such a weird name.
Yancey is just not a real name.
Yeah.
But Curtis is just
Curtis
like,
is.
Yeah.
It's just a strange name.
He'll trade you. A lot of them are the same, but he'll trade you Mankey with Defiant, which is actually pretty good. Craniodos with Sheer. Oh, that's really good.
What?
Craniodos with Sheer Force. Prankster Sableye is amazing.
So you would rather be a girl for that?
Yeah, it is. No, this is legit. It's legitimately optimal to play as a girl in Pokemon Black and White too.
I feel like I've heard that, which is so weird.
For the speed run too.
Yeah.
Because there's a point where you get frisked, and if you're a girl, they don't frisk you. Which I don't know if it's optional, so I don't know if they do it in the speed run.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. But yeah,
funny that they have that.
Sableye is crazy.
Strange.
So yeah, okay, Steam Deck. I just think
yeah,
it's just not something I think is gonna catch on.
Well, it's been out for a few years.
Well, see, the number one rule of consoles that every successful console has followed. You need to have banger first-party games, and Valve doesn't fucking make any.
Valve doesn't make them.
I guess you could say that Steam exclusives could be considered that, but you don't need to buy a Steam Deck to play them. You know what I mean?
You don't. Yeah, that's the issue, is that you don't need a Steam Deck, and it is probably more optimal to play them on a PC, and a decent PC.
Yeah, $10,000 gaming PC.
But then you got, computer heads that'll buy them, console collectors that'll buy them, and then people like me.
Fucking idiots.
Well, am I an idiot?
No. If you buy a console and you don't play it, you're a fucking moron.
Well, I bought it. I'm gonna play it.
Every single console I own, I've used.
Like, the main reason that I bought it was because there are a lot of games that aren't on Switch. Like, Elden Ring, I can get it on Steam Deck, but I'd prefer to play it on Switch just because I like the Switch. I like Nintendo. I want to play it on that. It's probably more optimal to play it on a Steam Deck. I'll have better graphics and everything.
True.
But the battery life is either just as good or shittier on the Steam Deck.
Did they say what the Switch 2's battery life is?
I think it is about the same as the Switch.
But that's not great.
No, but when you think about it, you're getting better performance at the same amount of time.
That's true. So that's a good point.
It's a give and take. I don't think it's that bad.
I'd like better performance and better time, but
well, obviously.
So would everybody.
Well, I think it's the same. I say it's the same as the Switch. I don't know if it's the same as the regular Switch or the OLED.
I think they're probably going off OLED.
Well, I think the OLED has... Correction. The original Switch had a shitty battery life. Then they made, like, the new version.
Yeah, some revision.
Yeah.
I have, like, an original, which is why it's so shitty.
So do I.
Same with my 3DS. Shit battery life. But I got an XL, which is good.
I don't know if... I think the revision of the original Switch has the same battery life as the OLED. So I think the Switch 2 has the same battery life as those.
Okay, I don't think that's that bad.
No, it's not. And like I said, for the better performance and better graphics.
Yeah, my Switch gets 2 hours.
I don't even think mine gets that.
Yeah.
And it depends on what game you're playing.
Like, I would play Splatoon. I would, like, sit on my floor and prop my Switch up, and I'd play with a Pro Controller.
Yeah.
Before I broke it playing Splatoon. Out of fucking rage. And yeah, and it always pissed me off when I had a bad map rotation. Because, like, they last 2 hours. I can only play 2 hours. I have to play on fucking Flounder Heights. Although, actually, Flounder Heights is a really well-liked one. It's just the first one that popped in my head. What's the shitty Splatoon map?
A lot of the ones
Splatoon 3, Hammerhead Bridge.
A lot of the ones in Splatoon 3 are the exact same layout.
Dude, well, they fixed a lot of them.
Did they?
Yeah, they're good now.
Are they?
But
when did they do that?
Just not as they've updated the game.
I don't know, man.
But fucking, dude, when the game launched, Hammerhead Bridge Splat Zones was legitimately fucking unplayable. It's the worst map I've ever seen.
Really?
There's one entry point into where the zone is. If
Only
they
one?
had a good E-leader or a decent
You're
Explosher
screwed.
on their team, you're
Completely.
fucked. If you won the initial fight for the zone,
initial push.
that was it for you. Literally,
That's
that was it.
awful.
All they'd have
That's
to do
so bad.
is stay in the zone. The range players just shoot at you and then like
Yeah.
throw bombs. You win automatically. Like there was no way around.
That's awful. That's so dumb.
It was so bad. Of course, I played Explosher. But that's just a weapon I play. I really like Explosher. That weapon's so fun. It's so insane. It's so insanely strong, but it's also so insanely skill-based. Like that's a very skill-based weapon.
Yeah.
Unlike
it's strong. If,
unlike fucking Chargers, which I hate them. Like why
Wait,
would
you
they?
don't, what don't you like about the Chargers?
Snipers, they're retarded. Like there shouldn't be snipers in Splatoon.
Why?
They're dumb.
Why?
I think.
Give me specific reasons, because
I think.
it makes sense.
I'm about to explain. If you'd stop interrupting.
No.
See, you don't want me to answer the question. That's why you keep interrupting. Have you seen people in interviews where they don't want to answer a question, so they'll just
Like right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
They'll wait for the interviewer to be like, "Go ahead," and then they'll start talking right over them as they say, "Go ahead." And it's like, "See, you're interrupting me. You just said go ahead when I'm trying to talk."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's foolish.
yeah, I think it makes you look like a retard, but I think Exploshers and Splatlings serve the same purpose as Chargers while being, or Snipers, I mean, they're all Chargers, not Explosher, but you know what I mean. They serve the same function, but they're way more skill-based. Like, why would they buff
I feel like
every
a sniper
Charger?
is also very skill based.
Yeah, but it's fucking gay.
But why?
Because they kill you in one hit.
Yeah, because they
That's
have
way
such
less-
a narrow.
There's no interaction. If you're getting fucking shot at by a Hydra Splatling, there's things you can do to not die if you're quick enough. If you get tagged, you're fucking dead. It's lame. Although the Explosher, a lot of the time...
I think the
is
sniper
really
still
away.
requires a lot of skill and has.
It requires a lot of effort.
And okay, either way, I feel like it still very much has its place in a third person shooter game.
I think maybe the Bamboozler. But I wouldn't... Maybe Bamboozler and Swiffer.
But what's wrong with all the other ones? Like I don't.
Their
I don't-
range is too long.
That's the point. It's long while having a very narrow. Like, it's skill based.
No. Dude, I just hate them.
I don't.
They're lame.
I can't understand.
They're lame.
Why? Because they don't. Because you feel like they don't.
Because they kill you one hit. They're lame.
They're supposed to. They're supposed to be a strong weapon that
Yeah, but
requires
dude,
a lot of
no,
skill.
if you're trying to-
so that I can't fucking pick up a sniper and automatically be good with it. You have to be good with it
I could pick up E-Leader right now and fucking go 20 kills on
because
solo
you're
queue.
good at the game. Because you're good at the game in general.
No.
But no one can
Well, maybe.
fucking-
I am good at the game in general.
Yeah, but I'm saying the casual player, like, unless that's what you have to get good at the game before properly using any kind of sniper.
This is
Now
gone.
the
Bamboozler I got a lot of respect for. Because once they took...
I would find
like-
I would understand if you had a problem with that because it
That
has a
used to
shorter
be
range.
that used to be the least skill-based weapon in the fucking game.
Yeah.
Because you could put so much damage up. You could
Yeah.
one-hit people, but they
so I would
removed it.
understand why you're frustrated at a gun like that.
Splatoon 2 could have
you're
been...
not.
Splatoon
It's
2...
the opposite.
Splatoon 2 could have been so amazing, but they added damage up back into the game. And it ruined it.
Really?
Damage up ruined Splatoon 2. It would let fucking Splat Pro fucking two-shot you. Bamboozler would one-shot you.
Mm-hmm.
And it made all these interactions way worse. And it was a lot less,
No, I don't.
a lot less options in building.
Okay.
Because you just have to stack damage up until you hit these thresholds.
Yeah.
And then you don't have much else. Splatoon 3 is so good. But I broke my controller and then I threw my copy under my dresser.
Oh my god.
But then I just cleaned under my dresser.
So you found it?
I put it back on the shelf. It's fucking calling my name every day. I hear it. It's going, Zach.
Don't let the demons.
It's going, Zach, play me. Play me, Zach.
It's the sirens.
You remember those 30 kill games, Zach? Those were so fun.
It's like, no, stop.
No! Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Anyway.
It's like the Green Goblin. He's like,
Yeah, right?
Norman!
Alright. Well, I think that's a decent place.
Yeah, we touched on the Switch 2 and Steam Deck for at least 20% of it.
At least, hopefully.
A lot of editing to do with this one about Mr. Custer and Steve's sexy ass daughter.
Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. But yeah,
don't put this up unedited, please.
No,
I used gay in a derogatory manner, which I do actually try to not use gay like that anymore.
Yeah.
I think that is
You're
rude.
respectful.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they know that. And anyone who doesn't won't listen to this, so it's fine. Is that lightning?
Well, good timing. The thunder just started.
Great.
It is gonna
Damn.
rain.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know it was
I
gonna
hope
rain
it's
today?
a thunderstorm. Oh, that'd be awesome. I love thunderstorms.
Me
anyway,
too. Dude, every time there's a thunderstorm, me and my brother sit out on our patio.
That's nice.
Yeah, dude.
That's so nice.
That's such a dude thing. I remember one time.
Just appreciating the rain.
Everywhere.
Appreciating nature.
Everywhere it happens. We were way up in the mountains, and it was about to rain, and we saw
Mm-hmm.
3 old hillbillies on rocking chairs, smoking their corn
Dude,
cob
it's
pipes.
just so peaceful.
While like the pressure and all that is moving,
Yeah.
and it's totally silent, and the winds are blowing. Especially
I
this
love
time of year in the spring, when all the fucking tree petals and those helicopter seeds are everywhere. It's beautiful.
I love it.
But yeah, I am going to go touch grass, unlike anyone who would listen to this podcast. I'd like to see Steve's
Says one of the
sexy
one
ass
that's-
daughter
Oh God!
come outside.
Stop looking out your window, you freak.
No, I'm looking if he's still doing the fucking
Table saw.
baseboard. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it was a table saw right away just from the noise. Pretty impressed.
So,
with
well,
myself.
I didn't know if it was a circular saw or a table saw.
Yeah.
They make the same sound.
Yes,
They're both
that's
cutting
true.
wood.
The one goes like this, one goes like that. Yeah.
No, a circular saw is just, well, it depends on which one you have. You
Oh.
don't go like this. That's for
No,
sure.
yeah, on a table saw you push the wood.
Yeah, on a table
circular
saw.
saw you go like that, you pull it down.
Well, I'm talking about like
A
a
handheld
handheld
one.
batteries.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I can tell you what a bandsaw sounds like. Those things scare me.
bandsaw?
Dude, they're so loud and the whole thing jitters, man.
Are you talking about like the ones that we used?
Yeah, the ones we
like,
used in wood
class?
shop. Yeah, the whole fucking room
Because
would
I
shake if you used a
again, I work
bandsaw.
with a bandsaw and it's a handheld one.
There's
It's
one in the
really not that
garage here I've used a couple times.
bad. Yeah, for what?
Cutting shit.
Like more specific.
No, I
like,
used.
what specifically are you cutting?
I cut plexiglass to build those cases that I 3D printed.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a metal saw though, which I don't know if a metal or a wood blade would work better for plexiglass. I would guess wood, but I don't actually know.
I would guess a metal blade would be fine.
We're back to talking shop.
Anyway,
yes, this has
yeah, I
been a
think-
very off-kilter episode.
Yeah. But
If
like
anyone
I said,
ever
it's a
listens to
podcast.
these, thanks for listening.
I'm probably gonna be the only one listening to them.
Yeah,
But-
I'd like Steve's sexy ass daughter to listen to these.
Oh my word.
And
Steam Deck. To wrap it all up, to summarize.
it's an interesting concept, but I think it'll go the way of the 3DO. Fuck, I meant
3DO.
to mention the 3DO in the comparisons to the Steam Deck.
I mean,
We've got time.
We got a little bit of time.
All right, fake
Real
ending.
quick.
We pulled a Bayonetta. It's a fake ending. The 3DO was made by the guy who founded EA, actually.
Oh.
And this was back when EA was good, so don't let that scare you.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up just so I have a reference because I have no idea what you're talking about. In all honesty.
Sorry, my mom's blowing up the fucking family group chat. Yeah. So his idea was that they would make a console, and instead of licensing games onto it, they would license the console itself, which is a very weird concept.
Panasonic 3DO.
Yes, Panasonic made some.
What?
Yeah, multiple companies made 3DOs.
But what is it?
It's a console. But it came out when the Genesis and the SNES were duking it out, and it's 32-bit.
When did this release?
96?
Gex.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That was a
just
big
like-
game on it. But adjusted for inflation, it would cost you like $1,300. And because it didn't have any first-party games, it didn't sell like the other consoles did. That's why, it's a failure. It's a good console with plenty of good games on it, but
I think the difference between that or that like sort of situation and the Steam Deck is that Steam has a lot of exclusive games. Not exclusive,
yeah, I think you're right about that. You're right.
They're not exclusive, Valve games,
Yeah.
and everybody would eat up
The 3DO, I'm sure, had
a new
exclusives
Valve
as well.
a new like big Valve game.
Yeah.
But like I think Baldur's Gate 3, that's not on anything.
Yeah, like on a
That's Steam
3DO,
exclusive.
there were exclusives, but they didn't have the name recognition. On a Steam Deck, Baldur's Gate 3 is Baldur's motherfucking Gate 3.
Yeah.
That's the fucking biggest game of this decade so far.
I think that's the difference between it. Like, it doesn't necessarily have first-party support, and I guess you would call it third-party support, but that's all Steam really is just third-party support. But, like, Steam is the biggest place to get computer games. And
yeah, basically.
Like if Epic Games released a version of
I would
the Steam
fucking
Deck,
go to a store and demolish every single one they had.
that would not sell as well because, I guarantee
What's
it
the
wouldn't
other
sell
one that
as
people
well.
use?
What?
Online game platforms.
Epic Games.
I know that one.
I don't know. I really don't.
Fuck,
I know there's one other one.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
think.
I miss the days when you go buy a PC game. Do they even still make physical PC games? I don't think they do.
Doubt it.
I was at the flea market today. I saw a copy of Fallout 3 for Windows.
Yeah.
A physical copy, and I was like, yes. And I opened it up, the disc wasn't in it. I was so bummed. Like the worst Fallout.
Yeah.
On a physical fucking thing. I have a.
Yeah. So I think that's the biggest
no way
difference.
to play
is
it
that
anyway.
there are a lot of games that are exclusive to Steam, and that that either can't be played or just aren't on Xbox.
I definitely
PlayStation,
think there's
or
a market
Nintendo.
for it. Definitely a market for it, but I don't know how big it is. You know.
That's the issue.
And if they put Baldur's Gate 2 on the Switch 2, or Baldur's Gate 3 on the Switch 2,
yeah,
you know.
Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are on Switch.
Yeah,
so.
but there will always be PC exclusives. Like that's never going
exactly.
away.
Which again, it's a very specific market that apparently I'm a part of.
Yeah, evidently.
But
people
which I'm not upset
actually,
about.
I think in today's housing market, hear me out.
Weird.
In today's housing market, people are living in smaller apartments. They don't have room for a desktop.
Yeah, so a Steam Deck is and like I said, there's people like me that either don't like to play on computer or don't have a powerful enough computer, or just, or collectors.
Yeah.
So again, there is a market. It's just a smaller market where, and in general, overall, it's a market of I could have it on this thing, which is more powerful and would run better, or I could have it on this smaller version. I'm gonna go for the bigger, better version, obviously.
Yeah. Honestly, right now, Steam Deck's definitely got more games than the Switch 2.
Yeah.
Like, what do you have? Fucking Mario Kart and the promise of a Donkey Kong.
So I'm very excited to, like I said, play Hi-Fi Rush, Psychonauts 1 and 2, as well as Baldur's Gate 3.
They really got that motherfucker.
And any other game
for
that's
a fucking YouTube
not on
series about
Switch.
Demons. A real voice actor.
What?
And they got him for fucking Hell of a Boss.
Oh, yeah.
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 That's wild.
All right. I think that's pretty good for this episode, and I hope you guys, we reeled it back in.
Yeah, we reeled it back
decently
in.
enough.
We brought it back around. Edit all the stuff about Steve's daughter. So
that's a lot.
It's more
that's
focused.
Gonna be a lot.
Dude.
I'm gonna be cutting out 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes of Steve's daughter. And, keep the flea market stuff.
I'll send you a version of it before it officially goes out to see if
I'm gonna approve it before I listen to it. I trust you.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you for listening.
You're going to or not going to?
I'll approve it. I trust you to edit it.
Okay.
Right. I'm sure eventually someone will listen to this, so thank you for listening.
I appreciate it.
I'm sure the Switch 3 is out by now, if you're listening to this.
Switch 3 isn't going to be out until, we're 40
we're 30.
or 50.
Not 40, but it's wild to think we're not going to see another Nintendo console until we're 30.
Most likely.
If the Switch 2 doesn't last 10 years, I would be surprised.
It's going to. At the very least, because the Switch lasted so long, they're going to make it last
8 years.
At least 8 years.
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah.
And with technology. Yeah. But anyway, yes, that's this episode. Thank you for listening.
Have a good week, everybody.
Goodbye.